But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, good morning, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
How's everyone feeling? Good? Good. It's the other Friday, I guess they call that, right?
It's my Friday.
It's your Friday.
Oh, it's my Friday.
Oh, that's right. It's your Friday.
It's my Friday for a few more weeks.
How's that feel? Pretty good?
Yeah, it feels great.
For the foreseeable future. Linger.
Taking some Fridays off this summer, yes.
Yeah.
Not next Friday, because we're going to be in Montreal, Canada.
That's next week, huh?
There's a bit of a buzz as we broadcast from a conference room up there in Montreal.
Yeah, what happened there?
It might have been our fault.
Really?
Yeah. I guess there were emails and stuff saying that we were going to be broadcasting from a conference room.
Oh, and we were like...
and then I finally became aware of it way too late to change anything. So they're looking at me like, hey, idiot. We told you it was a conference room from day one.
No other options, huh?
Well, I mean, you know, when they send their emails, it's such garbage and bullshit.
It is.
I don't read any of it. And then you get caught every once in a while.
And if they thought like to send us an email that said conference room, was that the best they could get? Because they should have known, like, what else was available aside from the conference room? Was the conference room the best place?
They're saying the conference room is going to be great.
I know, I heard.
They're saying, you know, don't get caught up in the fact that it's a conference room. It's going to look great. There's going to be couches in there and broadcast equipment and I believe enough room for 20 to 30 listeners.
Well, that could be cool. Some listeners in there.
Fuck.
What are you going to do?
But then the other side is to get everything right, we're going to have to start doing meetings again. But then that is complete crap.
I cannot do that.
Because in an hour meeting, it would be maybe 3 minutes of, important stuff.
Oh,
Kenny popped up already. What's up, Kenny?
Kenny's right on the mic.
I don't know. What I'm about to say might anger some people.
Oh no,
boy.
That's not you usually.
Oh, boy.
No, it's like, I just found out recently, too, like, the company is spending a lot of money to fly you to a foreign country to broadcast to no one. You could just stay here and do that.
Yeah, it's kind of the same guys.
Yeah, the whole thing about traveling is for the fan interaction, for the fans.
Right.
It's kind of the same guys. I saw the list. It's like it's like Tom Papa, it's Bob Kelly. I'm like, wait, we could do that in New York.
Oh my God!
So we're gonna go all the way up there, to talk to the same guy. No, we'll get some different guys.
Yeah, somebody here thought that was a good idea because they weren't sure what type of fan base you might have there, and they didn't want you guys to be embarrassed and have nobody show up.
Oh God, we'd have a couple hundred easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Without even trying.
The problem is like there's no leadership here. Why don't you get an executive producer like all of a sudden? Like, what's with the company? Like, no, I'm tired of hearing people saying, "Oh, I don't give a shit." Like, it's not my responsibility. Like this is the people that work on the show. It's their livelihood. You think they would fucking care a little bit?
Yeah.
Have some passion.
Nothing.
No, but the company's hire an executive producer and and hold people accountable and and be a professional fucking thing.
What were the other options? Do you know what other options
they
were?
treat me like a stepchild. All right, because I'm not a company employee, I'm a subcontractor.
Right.
So, since I'm not an employee and just a subcontractor, for any consulting, they would have to pay me by the hour. All right, so they rather do things on their own, all right, and then I find out last minute, and I was the one that stirred up the pot about not having a fucking audience, because if you remember, weren't we in L.A. once, and we sat in a conference room and broadcasted to fucking nobody?
Oh, that was that the poker tournament?
Yeah, one day you were on the casino floor, the next day we were in a fucking conference room.
Right.
Staring at each other, broadcasting to nobody.
In one of those horrible conference rooms, too.
Yeah, well, this is what every fucking hotel has a horrible conference room.
That's true.
They're not any different just because they put a couch in there.
So you're on a need-to-know basis?
Yeah, they just,
Well, I tried with Rob and Gary. I'm like, look, obviously I'm finding out a little too late, but is there anything we could do?
Well, that's what
and
I
they
told
didn't really
people.
want to. They didn't really want to.
I go, those guys don't pay attention when you talk to them. Well, they listen with half an ear, and they fucking yes you to death. That's why you have to have a fucking boss of the show to take care of your business.
Something a little more festive, somewhere a little more festive than a conference room. Somewhere, you know, where there's people walking around with all the excitement of the comedy festival.
It's a fucking festival.
Right.
The whole fucking town is a buzz.
Right.
So why can't the conference room be a buzz?
It can be if it's set up that way.
It's going to be set up that way. Right, Sam Roberts?
Yes, we're going to have decorations. We're going to bring some ribbons.
Nice. Ribbons.
I think there's a Dwayne Reed near the hotel, so we're going to get some balloons and ribbons.
Maybe
a party kit,
Maybe we can fool around with the conference phone that's going to be on the long table.
Oh, yeah.
Could fool around with that a little bit.
Why don't we get a pinata to beat?
Yeah.
Why don't we beat you?
Unfortunately, I'm not even going to be there.
What?
And I'm torn about too, but I have to do something else.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not that important.
No, you're very
KTC?
important.
KTC.
Yes, KTC, and you're gonna have
things.
Yeah, guys.
Things and guys.
Yeah.
In the conference room.
Yeah.
Is it one of those conference rooms that like you see like they film like toddlers and tiaras in?
I wouldn't know. Nobody's told me.
Oh no, it's not that big. What's wrong with you?
Are you sure? No, because you're thinking conference room like down at the end of the hall.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
you mean
it's
like a
gonna
ballroom?
Not ballroom.
In
but
between.
Like, they call them a conference room. It's kind of a, yeah.
It's a little bigger than a conference room.
I'm assuming.
But smaller than a ballroom.
If they're saying we could fit 30 listeners in there.
Maybe 40.
I'm assuming it's more
to be fair, maybe.
A small banquet / conference.
Well, there's
they
a
call
name
it a conference
for it.
room in a hotel, but it's not.
Yeah.
To be fair, they said it's going to be good.
Yeah.
But
I was given the name of it, like it's Soprano Room C on the 4th floor.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
It's one of those. Then.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
So it sounds like it could be good. I don't understand what's wrong, Kenny.
Oh, boy.
Can we see the actual room?
I'm going to look for it.
Let's see
if
the
it's that
Hyatt
room, that looks neat.
Conference
Is
room.
it that room?
I don't think it's that room.
I don't
Why
think.
can't we broadcast from there?
That, I believe, is the lobby.
So?
The lobby would have
restaurant.
actually
The
been
lobby would rock because you got people coming and going.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's an artist lounge where all the talent hangs out in.
Well,
That's
let's
like a cool
broadcast there.
place.
Oh, maybe it's this room.
That's a conference room. That's like a regular conference room.
Oh, no. Is it online? Come on.
I'm looking for a list of the conference rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been wanting to broadcast in Canada forever. So.
I know.
So we're finally doing it, and it's in a conference room. That's good, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, what's a show if not really just a fun conference anyway?
That's true. You're conferencing with the people.
Right.
Each other, the listeners.
Maybe we could create a nice PowerPoint that's fun though.
And I'd rather
fun.
take a chance than be embarrassed.
Yeah.
If we set up a big place and all of a sudden 100 people show up, oh well.
That would be great.
I'd rather take the chance.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Because
man.
then it was brought to my attention, like, well, remember what happened K-Rock with the at the Hard Rock when only 100 people showed up.
You got to remind us of the big Halloween party that was a bust.
Yeah, but I
That was
said
a huge bust.
I said those guys are to blame for that because garbage in, garbage out. You got to fucking promote it like it's the best thing in the fucing world. Like you can't miss it.
Yeah, we fucked that one up.
Right.
That was one of our fuck
Right.
ups.
We didn't promote it.
No, no, we didn't.
Yeah, if you
That was a
piss
real
all
bummer.
over it, then if you're gonna fuck that, I'm not
We
going.
didn't promote
Like
it.
if those guys don't want to be there, I'm not going to be
All
there.
right, well,
But like,
I like that. Garbage in, garbage out.
that's
Right.
exactly it.
Right. That was a bad one. And that was like our 852nd appearance at the fucking Hard Rock, too. So
we kind of blew that one.
enough. Yeah, we did.
We got ourselves to blame. Psycho Bob has a little something about our Montreal trip. Psycho Bob from Baltimore.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Yeah, I was just wondering if they're going to throw in a free continental breakfast with the pancakes and Canadian bacon.
A free continental
Yeah,
breakfast.
do we at least get a continental breakfast in the conference room
I
while we're
hope
broadcasting?
Well, that was another issue. Like,
What?
I had to bring up catering.
You had to bring up catering?
Yeah, because I guess like nobody knows. Like
that we eat.
Every remote broadcast we did before and everything, it's like, so I had to bring it up to make sure, like, you guys are taken care of.
Right. And what do they say?
Oh, there's food for purchase.
They didn't say that.
We should have, like, a big buffet thing in the conference room.
No, because then, you know what? These assholes don't want to hear this. Because then now we start sounding like divas. But I do want a basic fucking chance at breakfast.
You don't sound like breakfast is the most important meal.
Of course it is.
But that and the guests need stuff. So, that should be readily available, not for purchase.
It's a fucking party.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's a conference, not
like
a party.
Anthony, you're a great host at your party.
Oh,
you have DJs.
Right.
You have chefs.
Barbecues, chefs, fucking booze, everything.
Exactly. Entertainment.
Let
activities.
Your guests should have nothing to want for.
Exactly.
Yes. And just fun, fun, fun.
Is that it, Sam?
That's the meeting room. This is my best guess.
All right, well.
Look at it. It's like some fun blue carpeting. And, Kenny, you might be mistaken because there is some coffee right here on this table.
Well, no, maybe those guys know how to plan something.
There's a table with coffee on it. That's good. That's all I need.
All right, coffee and water. Good for you.
And maybe a little Danish.
Oh.
No, you eat
a
healthy.
nice little Danish.
No, you're eating healthy. You're losing weight.
I am losing weight.
Get some nice fresh fruit.
Finally losing a few pounds.
I don't want Danish.
I'm getting rid of the baby weight, finally.
Kenny, you don't think the planning's gone well for the trip so far?
I wouldn't know. Nobody's planning with me.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you don't really know how to plan trips.
No.
It's not in your past.
Why would I? I've only been on the road since 1989.
You really don't know how to plan trips away.
Yeah, a bus trip.
Yeah.
Are you involved with the bus trip?
I don't know what happened to the bus trip. I think they can only do one project at a time here.
It's not on my calendar. I'm telling you right now, the bus trip is officially not on my calendar.
You're taking it off?
No,
or
because
you never put it on?
I don't believe it's happening.
The end of September. Middle to end of September.
Is there a definite date?
I don't remember.
I thought there was.
Because I would like, if there's a definite date, I would like to put it in my calendar.
I think there is
Don't put it in your calendar, because then you're going to, like, that week, you're not going to do anything, and then they're going to say, oh, you know what, we can't do the bus trip, and then you're going to fuck yourself.
You know what's funny?
I have nothing in my calendar.
Okay.
You know, if you had a boss of the show, they could sit in front of this microphone and fill you in on details.
Right.
Who do you think should be planning with you?
A boss of the show.
There isn't one of those, though.
I know, so that's...
You're not the boss of me. I got blood by nose.
Yeah, go ahead. I've been fucking coughing already.
Well, do you guys want a boss at the show, or you're straight?
I just want to, like, get a few jokes out there.
That's the whole thing. That's
get
why
a few jokes.
That's why you need a boss. So you
bother
guys
a couple people.
Focus on being creative.
Maybe talk a little music every once in a while.
Yeah.
Make believe I know a lot about sports, and promote a dumb video or something that I've done.
You just need Mars to make sure the mics are on.
That's
and
right.
Good to go.
Yeah, it's easier that way.
Yeah.
It really is easier that way. But then we get caught every once in a while when we do try to plan something. Because they gave us the green light. I said it on the after show yesterday for the animation festival. But that was 2 months ago, and
I forgot about that.
See, it's laughing.
I forgot about that. We were given the green light for the animation festival. Oh, yeah. We're moving ahead. And then it's like,
this is why, though, Kenny. But then we get caught every once in a while, and you find out we're broadcasting from a conference room. So I do take some blame. But with all the shit that kind of like just kind of, I don't know, revolves around the outside of the show.
That's why.
What about the guys that came in here to redesign our studio? How long ago was that?
What did I tell you?
It's going to laugh again.
What did I tell you?
Remember, they're looking, writing notes. Yeah, we need to come in here. This needs to go.
There was 5 guys.
Nothing.
And there's basic stuff, like, I don't know. I mean, I can't even give them... I can't give them the benefit of the doubt, because even basic shit like you said, these big huge monitors in front of you could go tomorrow. How hard would it be to just unplug those and get rid of that at least?
No.
Well, Kenny,
how long ago was that?
Who should be following up with?
Wait, Sam, I got this. So then the guys leave. There's like 5 or 6 of them, and Sam turns to me and goes, "You know, nothing's going to happen, right?" And I go, damn it, I got tricked. Remember I said that to you? Because for once I got tricked. I'm like, oh my God, I think they're actually going to do something.
No.
Yeah. And Sam looks at me and goes, no, nothing's going to happen. You know that.
Oh my God.
How long ago was that? Too. Be honest. When they were standing over us.
It was over a month ago.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to move ahead in some way, shape, or form, right?
I said at the very least, because I even said at the time, I go, all right, they got to cut the console a little bit. They might try to get rid of this big board in front of me.
Push it forward.
They could have done it when you were on vacation that week.
Right.
So I said, look, all right, it might take a little more time, but I go, at the very least, could you guys at least take a lot of the clutter, out of this place? Remember?
Right.
They said, no problem, on it. That's why with Rob and Gary, they're nice guys, but
oh my God,
they just
Yeah, but you guys got to put your foot down because obviously
I don't care.
Well, you have to care.
I don't care.
It's your name on the channel. It's your name on the book. It's your show. That's why you have to put people in place to care for you.
Dude, care.
We don't have the authority to put people in place.
Huh?
Well, we don't have the authority to put people in place.
That's why, your agent should pick up the phone.
Oh. I am giggling like a schoolgirl this morning with all these things.
It's so freeing not to care, Kenny, because for many years I did. Kenny, I'd be yelling at this person or that person.
But do you enjoy being a multi-millionaire?
Oh,
that's all right.
What?
I was probably happier with less money.
Well, that's what you're going to have, the way everything's continuing.
I haven't been a money guy. Most people know that. I'm happy I'm able to get a beach house this summer. You're right.
I'd like to be a multimillionaire.
Well, who do you think should be following up with the boss?
It doesn't suck.
Yeah, exactly.
No, of course it's cool. You want to be a multimillionaire? Well, you're going to have to change your attitude, first of all.
That's always been my problem. I have a propensity to piss people off.
Your attitude's a little rough.
I know.
You got to soften the edges a little bit.
I'm a little rough around the edges. You're right. Yeah. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's a curse.
I don't know.
It's a curse.
What bothers me is we're probably only a couple months away from the next Scott Greenstein meeting. Where I have to throw my hands up in the air. You were there. I threw my hands up in the air a million times going, we've been talking about this for a year.
I know.
He goes, well, I have no problem with it. Yeah, do it. The animation festival sounds great.
But let's get them over. Talk to Bill Stettering. Right. Have you spoken to him? No, you'll love Bill. Bill is a guy. He throws names out that I've never heard. I never hear him again.
My head was spinning. I'm like, I can't keep up with all these names you're throwing at me.
Put Carol Blake on that one.
Right.
Carol, all right, get Carol Blake on the phone. And I'm like, who? What? And then you never hear anything again.
Right. Someone
It's
tweeted,
wonderful.
and I didn't write him back yesterday, and I apologize because I do try to write a bunch of people back. Said, why don't you guys do bits anymore? Because the latest Opie and Anthony podcast has the Stalker Patty mousetraps and the street fishing we did with porn items and Bill Burr. And that podcast is available in all the usual places. Please get it. It's podcast number 10. That just turned into a little promotion there. Sorry. But so a guy, he downloaded the podcast. He enjoyed it. He goes, why don't you guys do bits anymore?
Oh, bits.
Is it because of all the red tape, or I forgot exactly how he phrased it, around you?
Lawyers.
Said, yeah, that's exactly it.
Fucking
we never
lawyers.
wanted to stop doing bits. It got to a point that we're like, holy fuck, we can't do bits anymore.
Yep.
We can't do it in this environment.
Can't do it.
Maybe if you had a boss of the show that would have a vision and could coordinate things.
Just start with the boss.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But, I think the guys are going to come in here any day now and get rid of the clutter, at least, and then they're going to cut the console like we wanted, and they're going to get rid of the big fucking huge board in front of me, or push it forward, like I said, because I said if you remove some of the clutter, then I could push this forward, and then I'm good.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, they said.
Come on.
Well, the funny thing is, now
said.
Now that we're bitching a little bit, it's going to be really awkward when you come in here tomorrow because I won't be here, Anthony, and the clutter will be cleaned up.
Oh, right.
And they will make believe, no, man, we were planning. We were planning on doing this.
Remember the flap, and the coat rack thing, and
no.
Yeah, I remember that.
But Montreal's going to be great.
Is it?
He's disgusting. I love it.
But the other side of it, it's really cool to have a job where you really don't have a boss.
Oh, yeah.
We don't see anyone. It's the strangest thing ever.
I do like that.
We don't get any feedback from anyone around here.
No.
We get a little from Steve Blatter, I guess.
There should be someone whose sole job is to take care of things like that.
Yeah, you should have representation. Your talent.
We have Steve Blatter, Rob Cross, and Gary. Those are three guys that should be taking care of some, big fucking issues.
They're supposed to be the guys, Kenny. Why do we need a guy
that are associated with the radio show
to take care of things that the guys should be taking care of?
I don't know what their job description is.
I don't either.
Plus, all those guys, this show is one of their jobs. It's not their job. It's one of.
Yeah, I know.
There should be one of the guys on the corporate level that only takes care of this show.
Yeah, you guys have a channel. There should be a program director for your channel.
A program director for the channel. True.
Yeah. And then an executive producer of the show. And, take care of business. So you guys just focus on being creative.
We got good people working for the show.
Yeah.
There is no
good people that have been beat down and don't give a shit about nothing no more.
Nothing.
All they'd rather do is throw each other under the bus and set each other up for failure rather than help each other out and cover for each other.
And lift each other up.
Yeah.
Remember, we got the people are reminding me here. Remember, they gave us those giant garbage pails.
That's right.
Remember the big...
I couldn't even get to my spot.
Remember the giant garbage pails?
They mean well.
They were New York City garbage pails.
They were the things you see on the corners.
On every corner.
Yes.
And they'll go, oh, they weren't that big. I would bet a lot of money they were very close to that size.
There's one still in the hallway.
That's pretty...
Yeah, that's just the regulation fucking garbage pail.
Yeah.
Any day they're going to get rid of the clutter that we said you could do immediately.
Yeah. I love it.
So, bus trip? Maybe.
I guess.
Animation festival? Maybe.
I would say certainly not.
And
we tried that once already. I had the whole budget I presented.
You did.
For what?
For the animation festival. That was the first project that was presented once Sirius took over.
Why, Kenny, why the resistance toward you? Because we all know your talents and stuff. You said you've been on the road since '89 with many successful tours and whatnot. Why the resistance toward you?
It probably goes back to when I heckled Jack Clayton at the fucking press conference.
Do you realize there's no one left from that episode to even be mad at you?
There's probably the ghost of fucking some jerk off running around here.
I got scared. I thought I was going to have to pay Kenny's bills for a very long time.
Because
that was my idea. And I skated. And they wanted your head.
Yeah, but you stood up for me. You did the right thing.
Well, I know, but
wow,
that's boring radio.
Was a big one.
I did whatever I could, but
yeah, it was a big one.
Basically, what was his name? Joe Clayton.
Yeah, Joe or Jack or something.
We were out there on CES?
Yeah, it was a big
Vegas.
fanfare.
And XM had its little place there, which was kind of cool. And then Sirius
in a conference room.
No, they used to do it up nice.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember our Vegas trips? That's ages ago.
Dude,
we used to go every year.
Every year we'd be at CES
for 3 or 4 days.
Big stage with a fucking broadcasting right there,
beautiful in front of everybody. So that was my point to Gary the other day, and he panicked because he can't figure shit out on the fly.
Yeah,
I think he's one of these OCD guys that everything has to be, oh my God. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. At CES, when we were broadcasting, people were just coming through, and we grabbed people because we were in a public place.
Yeah,
with a lot of people moving around. But the Joe Clayton thing.
Yeah, it was a big press conference.
Huge.
There had to be.
I forgot what they were announcing. I don't know if it was the Howard thing.
Yeah, the Howard thing.
Was it?
Well, satellite was basically launching.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. We were already there.
Yeah, but it was the beginning of...
It was the beginning of their company going to the next level.
And they had the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders come out and do a big fucking thing. They played that song like, let's get it started in here.
So we were done with our thing, and I go, Kenny, let's go take a look, see what's going on over there. So they're getting ready to, start the festivities, and I go, Kenny... I forgot how I said it to you. I'm like, could you heckle Joe Clayton?
Yeah, you're like, Kenny, do something. I'm like, what?
Well, because, that fucking guy, way back in the day, we had a spot at Sirius, and then all of a sudden they shut down negotiations and made believe they never talked to us. And that always fucking pissed me off. Obviously, they had a plan that didn't include us. They realized they could get Howard, so they're like, well, fuck, why would we get these guys and pay them, a lot of money when we could, get Howard? I understand from a business point, but they were scumbags about it, and just they never even returned our calls when we thought we had to deal with them. So, there's Joe Clayton, and I'm like, can you fucking say something? And what'd you say officially?
Well, we were like in the back of 150 people.
Oh, I think it was more than that, but okay.
Yeah. And then like I knew what I was doing, so I timed it perfectly while he was giving his speech. At the end of the sentence, I screamed out, "Can't hear you back here."
That's all.
Yeah, but I said it like 20 times.
Well, all right. I didn't. Yeah, you're right.
Until I got chased out of there.
And then security came.
Yeah.
And then I saw, like, people I've known forever, I'll just say that, with their arms folded with this disgust on their face. I'm like, really? Pissed. We work together. This is what we do. And they were so mad. And then we thought, who cares? It's the competition.
Exactly.
But Clayton went on the phone, talked to Hugh Pinero.
One CEO to the other.
And then next thing you know, Kenny's we're both in trouble, sort of, but more Kenny. We're in deep trouble. I'm like, what are you? It's the competition. Who gives a fuck?
Care? Yeah.
Why are you even taking a phone call from that guy? And then we weren't allowed to hire Kenny, and then we did some under-the-table shit with Eric Logan, who was beyond cool. He's like, look, you could still have Kenny, but he can't really be on the book, so we're gonna pay him this way. We had like a bag man, I think, basically to pay Kenny for a while.
Yeah. What happened to that guy?
Well, when Mel moved in, they showed him the door. I don't know where he is now.
But that's what I mean. He's kind of not.
When Mel Karmazin moved in, no, he's out. I hope he's out. Fuck. Is he on the board or something? Oh, shit.
I don't think so.
I think he's out. But then I'm looking at Hugh Pinero like, we're really in trouble for this? Really?
Well.
And then he didn't want Kenny around at all.
It's not a surprise, that's for sure.
And then when Hugh Pinero finally left, thank God.
Although we had asshole number 2 come in.
Well, yeah. They're all assholes in the end, aren't they? Yeah. Then we were allowed to hire Kenny through Eric Logan.
Yeah.
And he's been here ever since.
Oh, my God. What a fucking soap opera.
Yeah.
How do you give a shit that Kenny yells something out at the competition?
The competition. That's what I was thinking.
No wonder they got fucking acquired by Sirius.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were the
bunch of jackasses.
They fucking bent over and just spread their cheeks for Sirius.
Oh, XM bent over. No lube, big Sirius, dry dick, just fucking.
And all these assholes thinking it was. I mean, I guess in the end it was a good thing, but they were all excited. I'm like, no, you idiots! They're going to push all of you out.
You guys are gone.
We're pretty much the last people from XM still around.
And Wiki somehow.
I don't know. I wrote him the other day, and it said that the email wasn't valid.
I know that happened to me once too.
What's going on with Don Wickland?
I don't know. I asked him, but I didn't know.
Text me. Are you still around? I don't even know. Because they're down in Washington. Remember our Washington trips? Those were nice. That was fun.
Those were interesting. I liked the little cafeteria.
I loved it. Hot lunch every day.
Yeah,
after our show.
School.
It was awesome. The hip-hop guys would sit at one table.
Oh, yeah. There were little cliques just like school.
And just like prison, segregated.
Prison.
It kind of was, though. The right-wing talk show hosts were at another table. And
yeah.
Then you had the emo kids over there and the fucking alt-rock guys.
Classic rock guys.
Just getting high.
That was fun.
Nah, whatever.
No, Don Wickland.
He's still on a plate.
He fucking wound up.
Why is this publicity shot in front of a funhouse mirror?
He definitely.
Nothing on that?
Yeah, he's a little.
What's going on there, Doc?
Looks like a little round.
All right.
Yeah, he pulled a cockroach move there. He's still alive.
Nah, he's good.
After the nuke.
He's good people.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to be in Montreal next week.
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday, broadcasting live.
Brush up on your French.
Is that it?
Don't they speak that there?
In Montreal.
Montreal.
Montreal. Yeah.
So,
yeah, and the conference room. Look for it. Look for us in a conference room near you.
It's so weird. This stuff
Check your local conference rooms.
This stuff used to get my blood pressure rising. Not anymore.
Now it's just.
I find it hilarious now.
Now it's just.
It's a complete turnaround for me. I just laugh now.
It's what it is.
It's what it is.
Are we just going to get an audience on site?
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's what I asked. Is it open to the free to the general public, or is it only for festival badge holders?
Oh, God.
And then I was told, no, it's to nobody.
I don't know. It'll be all right.
To nobody.
It'll be all right.
Oh, God. Yeah, how are we getting people in? Who are they?
It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not like they're going to be walking around on the sidewalk.
Well, I was up there many years ago when we were off the air, and Brother Weeze was broadcasting live. And I was trying to explain this to Gary. I'm like, he was in an area where, people were just walking around. It was sort of in the lobby, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was like on the second floor of the lobby, if that makes sense, overlooking the big lobby below. And he got so many people just because they were, checking in. They were getting up early to jog or have a smoke or get coffee or go to the gym. And he was just grabbing people he would have never got.
But think about it. Maybe we'll get the people that inadvertently open the door and go, oh, excuse me.
Right.
And then close it again because they thought it was.
Is this the Johnson meeting?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You want to do a couple minutes on the radio, though?
No. Johnson meeting. Johnson meeting. I'm pissed. I'm late.
It's all good, Kenny.
No, it's not.
Oh.
This is a sinking ship.
Kenny's disgusted with the organization.
What's more exciting than a sinking ship, though, Kenny? Think about it.
Yeah, but this is my livelihood. I'd like
oh,
to
my
see
God.
it.
Don't count on me or Anthony for your livelihood at this point.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
No. I'm looking at sailboats already.
Oh, boy.
I'm looking at sailboats, and you know what that means.
Like the Kennedys.
I'm looking at sailboats. Don't count on me for your livelihood.
Well,
we've made it to the top of the mountain. We're on our way down now.
All right.
Okay. We've left the dead bodies at the top. I mean, now we're fucking going back to the base camp. We're good.
Sliding down.
We're good. Unless someone wants to reinvent this whole thing, then I'm all in.
Yeah, a boss.
Hey, boss. See, boss.
We don't have a boss.
Exactly.
Oh.
Bruce?
Don't worry. They're going to take care of the studio any day, though. Any day now.
Who is?
I do know they gave me some weird excuse, like something happened to one of the guys. Like
exactly.
He had personal stuff. And I just went, yeah, whatever. It's cool.
I found out it's because it was going to cost $230,000.
Oh, my God. We forgot about the wall.
The wall.
We forgot about the wall.
Entertainment Weekly's been having a time of their life in that studio.
Have they?
Who would know? They don't talk to anybody. They're the unfriendliest people in the hallway.
Kenny just needs people to be nice to in the hallway. I love Kenny. Kenny, we've been here 4 years. I just nod at people still.
Yeah,
we're not
they don't
friendly.
even do that.
We're not friendly.
Where do you see them?
I see them. They come to work. They start their show at 7 o'clock. So
I would have no idea.
Could you point them out next time they walk by? Because I don't even know who they are, what they look like.
They go around. They don't come near it. This is like a pariah, this fucking thing. People, the talent handlers bring the fucking talent this far away.
Well, I would do things so differently if I was in charge. Like, we get guests because we're assholes. We'll open the door and I'll shout out some stupid shit, and
they pop in.
And they pop in. You get some cool interaction for maybe a couple minutes. Do you realize that the company gets really mad at us for doing that? Why? We're all the same.
I don't know why they get mad at that.
We're all the same company.
And in the end, nothing gets changed. Nothing's bad. The place that they're going doesn't get any less time. It's just...
And if some other show grabbed one of our guests as they're heading into here, who cares? I wouldn't care.
For 2 minutes?
As long as we get them on the show.
Yeah.
So now what happens is the talent bookers that bring the people around, the handlers for Sirius XM, they're starting to avoid our studio. So we don't have that, that quick interaction.
Like a pariah.
Right. Yeah. So we don't have that impromptu thing, which if I was a listener of the show, I would think it's kind of cool. All of a sudden you're like, what? I didn't know blah, blah was going to be on the show today.
Yeah.
But we didn't know either because all of a sudden he just, is outside the studio.
Yep.
Makes it cool.
Yep.
All right, let me get your breakfast.
Oh.
Let me say hi to Jeff in Delaware. Jeff, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thanks. I just wanted to say, you guys, the show you guys have been doing lately, it seems a lot better. I don't know if something's changed. Anthony seems a lot happier. For the past 6 months, I strictly only listen to you guys in the morning.
Gee, what happened there?
Me and Ann are getting along these days. It's a little weird, a little strange for both of us, I'm sure.
Well, no,
let's be honest, we're getting along. It makes it a lot easier.
It does.
Jesus.
It does.
As I say this, I can't even look at him.
Oh, my God. What do you mean? Oh, let me turn this way. What?
We're getting along. Thanks, Jeff. No, I
told you they were.
Christ, enough already. Enough. Yeah, it's no secret. There's been times we don't get along. Of course. We've been at this we're pushing 20 years now.
You don't even get along with people that you have sex with for that long.
Right.
Constantly.
Of course we go through our times we don't get along. But for some weird reason, we're still able to do radio, which is really strange to me.
Radio.
All right, Jeff, thank you. No, I personally feel really good about the show lately.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Me too, definitely.
And I appreciate the phone call. All right.
Appreciate your call. All right, yeah.
I don't think that was bitching. I thought it was.
No, it's hilarious when Kenny sits down.
Because I'm fully aware that bitching gets a little old, but
Kenny's in it. Come on. You got to let him go.
I kind of like that.
You got to let him go off.
And then bringing up some of the things that were supposed to happen and having Anthony laugh because he forgot about it.
I forgot about it, and I'm like, oh, yeah, the console.
It just...
Oh,
and I like bringing it up because I really, truly believe...
Yeah, we sit there like,
wow, that this happens to the people out there going to their jobs. Yeah. It's just amazing how nothing gets done anymore. And I was going to say in this country, but in the workplace, nothing gets done. Everything they just have to overthink everything.
And we hear about like how we'll fix the console. We'll do it. It reaches like the starting point, and then just goes nowhere.
And I even, the last time, they were talking about fixing the console in our studio, I'm like, I even knew in my head, I'm like, okay, the odds of them doing this immediately is very slim. But I go, look, at the very least, you could get rid of the 2 monitors that Anthony has officially said he doesn't need at all.
Yeah.
He just needs one of them replaced. Now it's getting
with a small one.
Yeah, a tiny monitor. But if you do that, then I'm going to be able to push this console forward, which will give me more room. I'll be cool over here. Then there's some of this weird shit. Remember we even pointed at this stuff? This stuff that's still here.
Like, why is the phone in the middle of the console?
We don't use that big, huge phone from 92.
Yeah.
And these keyboards are like, what do they do? We go, I don't know, to be honest with you. I think you could just get rid of those, or you could at least hide them somewhere else.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we'll be on it. We'll get right on that.
Yeah.
It's going to be awkward tomorrow when some of this stuff is cleaned up.
Oh, yeah. Gonna wonder who did it and who was instructed to do it. Probably a meeting.